This episode is brought to you by Dwell, New Jersey. Steph Mann and her team are helping you buy, sell, and enjoy life in New Jersey. Check them out if you need help with pre-listing services, home renovation consultation, finding a realtor, closet edits, and small business consultation. I know Steph personally, and she is amazing, so make sure that you check them out at dwellnewjersey.com. All right, guys, welcome to the very first episode of That Westfield Podcast, and I'm honored today to be joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Garrett Vogel. What's up, man?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're here. We're doing this. Westfield proud. I've never been on the first of anything, really. So this is a first for me, being on your first podcast. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, man. So I guess you weren't picked first in gym class, huh?
No, second.
Me neither.
So
that's pretty good.
I was always, or second to last. But it's always second something. But yeah.
All right. So for the people out there,
actually, I was picked first by my parents, I guess, because I'm the oldest of three. So I guess there's that.
That's deep.
I'll take a win. We can break that down later. But
awesome.
How you feeling? This is brand new. I should have brought something. But
I know. I can't believe you didn't bring me a present.
It's like moving into a house. Like, do you need something? You need coasters.
You know what? I actually have coasters. They're over there. They're beautiful, and I thought about using them, but
we gotta get some. You know what? All guests that come on this podcast for the near future, please bring gifts. Gifts of anything.
Yeah, I know.
Mostly
I like tea.
Cash,
I like cash, tea.
Tea.
Cats.
Okay, tea.
I love
All
cats. Right. My wife doesn't love cats, but
I think the cats as a gift might get a little bit annoying, because if everyone brings a cat, that's a lot of cats.
That's a lot of cats. That's okay. I don't mind. Anyway.
But this is exciting. I mean, once I heard you were building this, I was like, I want to be a part of it.
I know you were one of the first people to message me, which I really appreciated, because I knew who you were. I know you had come to the restaurant, and I just didn't expect you to think I was cool enough to hang out with. So I appreciate it.
Oh, please! I mean, you had an amazing restaurant. You fed my family very well.
Thank you.
And now we're doing this. I love a new venture. So congratulations.
Yeah, I really wanted to do something that would help the other business owners. After being one for so long, and just understanding the struggle of getting the word out there. And my favorite part about being a business owner in this town was the other business owners and the camaraderie between everybody. If I ever needed anything, I could just knock on someone's door, call them really quickly, and somebody had my back almost immediately. So I want to give back to them. People are probably wondering why you're not a business owner to be my first episode, but I wanted to have somebody really cool and exciting who was comfortable in a studio setting to just riff with me
and into the pool, into the shallow end. You don't jump into the deep end.
He's giving us good feedback, so which is really nice.
No, but do you miss the business? Do you miss the day-to-day of owning a business? Well, I mean, you own a business, you own this podcast,
right? But. So sometimes I miss making bone broth, but I'm going to be helping James over at Uncle Skippy's, who's opening soon, to be making that. He's actually going to be episode number 2. I miss the people. I miss seeing everyone, saying what's up. It was cool to watch everyone's families grow and expand, and their kids grow up, and because we did a lot of health food stuff, it was interesting to see people's life change, their health getting better. We were always helping them, find a new doctor or a functional medicine practice or something. So I miss that aspect of it. Actually running a restaurant, I do not miss.
Yeah. It looks so easy on TV. Yeah, right. 30 minutes, and they have all the problems solved.
It's really funny when my wife and I watch restaurant shows, our hearts just start pounding. We're like, oh my God, it's happening.
What will we solve in this 25-minute podcast? I don't know. No, but you know what? We'll solve something out of here.
I love it. So yeah, let's tell everybody a little bit about you. So for those people who do not know who you are, just give them a quick rundown.
Well, my name's Garrett. I moved to Westfield about 8 years ago with my wife and son. We were living in Hoboken, and my 1-year-old son Hudson was in his walker in our 1-bedroom apartment in Hoboken, and he was just running into everything, and we're like, we got to get out of here. So we did, and it's funny when you find a real estate agent. It's like dating. It's right. There's some that have their own agendas, hey, move here, aka Montclair, right. And it's okay, great. We started looking, and then I literally said, you know what, I don't think I'm a good dater, maybe, because I wasn't really feeling any of these realtors.
You got your wife.
Well, cool. Yes, correct. I came in first there. There we go.
There you go.
But we found Westfield on Zillow, and we're like, let's check this out. And sure enough, we landed our home, and we're like, we settled in, and that was that. So we've been here for 8 years and probably forever and ever.
That's nice. So you guys are digging it.
Yeah, well, cool. Forever and ever, because by the time this adds, the construction in our town is still going to be going on, so it might take me forever to get home. But
that's so funny. Yeah, it's true. It's wild. I know. I should probably never speak of that ever again.
No, don't worry about it. I gotcha. I gotcha.
Got my back. I walk everywhere because I don't drive, so it's actually not too bad. People should walk more. Like, that's the beauty of.
Is it annoying though? Town. Because it's like you have to leave even more. Like, so if we're both coming to this location here on Quimby Street. Like, I know it's going to take 10 minutes in a car. Maybe.
So you think?
So minus
maybe in the summertime.
Yeah, maybe the summertime.
Right. So,
but for you, like, so if it takes me 10 minutes.
It's like a 15-minute walk for me. So, but also that's the perk of owning my own business.
I'm going to be here 5 minutes before you. You're that quick of a walker.
Yeah, but you have to find parking, and I don't.
Well, yeah. I don't mind a ticket. Just support local. But all right, so you're saying you're a quick walker that I could show up here 5 minutes later, you'll be at the
most likely. Here. I don't know. Who knows? It depends. So maybe I'll stop for a smoothie, a little chit chat. Some people.
I think like the last episode before the season, that's what we do. We have a race.
We have a race. Okay, sounds good.
Me in the car, you by foot.
That's so funny. Floyd, will you film it for us if we do that? Yeah. Okay.
Floyd's like he's saying yes, but he's shaking his head no. He's going.
He's like, that sounds like a terrible idea. Anyway, so okay, so
so we moved to Westfield, but with that too, I've been a part of a very big radio show for the last 20 years, the Elvis Duran Show, here in the New Jersey, New York area. It's on in Z100. It's on iHeartRadio. There's a free app that you can download and listen to it, and it's a fun show. I grew up listening to it, and just like a lot of kids. Decided to grow up and try to be, the next Michael Jordan or the next, Derek Jeter and play for the Yankees. I said, I like this, and I just started pursuing it straight out of literally high school, and I haven't looked back. I'm screwed when it's all over because I don't know what else. I might need to come work here on the podcast.
We'll hire you. You seem like you're capable.
But yeah, so I've been working for that morning show for 20 years. It's a roller coaster. It's a lot of fun, and it's about doing what you love. Like, we're doing this podcast because you wanted to do something you loved, and as long as you find that, it really doesn't. It's so cliche, but it's true.
Like work,
it doesn't feel like work. That's awesome. I have to find another way to like make it more modern, but it's true.
It doesn't feel like.
We'll figure it out.
I don't think there's any.
We got plenty of
to
podcasts
figure this out. Okay, so now I got to ask, what is probably one of the craziest things you've ever seen being on the morning show?
Like everything. I've been in a room with Lady Gaga and another grown man wearing a meat dress. I've seen Justin Bieber come straight from a bar mitzvah. At the age of 15 to the global superstar that he is. I've been a part of events like, being on stage at Madison Square Garden for our Jingle Ball. And,
coming up.
Also, being in the middle of Times Square at a Macy's event with Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake. It's a really crazy world, but it's also a lot of fun. And I think that's, the point of, as long as you're having fun, it's just that you're like a kid in a candy store. Right. And it's like, all right, great. You want to pay me? Fantastic. But I would have done this for free. Right. Don't air that clip. If we can edit that out, that'd be awesome.
You should get paid double, probably.
Yes.
I'm sure you work very hard.
But yeah, it's just so many. One day, I guess I could write a book. At first I wanted to start a cool book idea, and maybe we could develop this. You're a savvy business owner. I have plenty of pictures of over 20 years worth of pictures of me and celebrities' bodyguards. I wanted to make a coffee table book.
No, that's a toilet book.
It is but I feel weird people looking at me while they're sitting on the toilet.
That's true, I guess.
So I wanted to make a coffee table book.
Got to be memorable.
Me and bodyguards.
The bodyguard. I guess there's a copyright
that's already
infringement there.
Taken. Yeah, I don't feel like getting sued by Whitney's family or estate. But so it's a lot of fun, a lot of unique stuff, and you never know. There's no template of what tomorrow will bring.
Right. So you got hired pretty much right out of an internship in college. What advice would you give to someone else who's interested in breaking into the industry?
Just in general, just whatever you're doing in life, like be passionate about it. I literally went in first day of college into the internship and was like, I need into my college. And I go, I need an internship. And the saying is like, oh, you need an internship for a junior or senior year because then it transitions into a job. And I just said, BS. I need one now.
Nice.
And that was the first day of college, and they were like, all right, come back in the spring. So springtime, I did that. I used up my internship credit the first 2 years of college.
Wow.
And then they were like, kind of like laughing, like, what are you going to do now, sucker? And I said, I'm going to write a thesis. So because a thesis ideally is almost like an internship because you're following the process of something. So I wrote 2 theses about the morning show, all while starting to work there as well, doing promotions, going to opening of 7-Elevens and handing out stickers, and then answering the phones for the morning show. And then senior year of college, spring semester when I was supposed to be, getting wasted, waking up in the middle of God knows where, wondering how I got there. I was waking up at 2:00 in the morning and driving from Lawrenceville, New Jersey to Jersey City, where our studio was at the time. And that's how I officially started my job from there.
The hustle. Nobody wants to do the work.
Everybody wants to say that they're hustlers, but it's almost like you find the true hustlers versus people that just like to have that facade of I'm a hustler.
Right. Yeah, it should hurt a little bit, right?
Oh, it hurts a lot. Yeah, I still curse at 3:45 every morning. When I was at work last night at 2 a.m. So I woke up at my alarm went off at 12:55. I got to work for 2, on air from 2 to 5, and the morning show was off this week, so I got to come home after that and take the kids to school for the first time, which is a whole credit to people that do that. Like I've 20 years, so I don't get to see the morning process. Right. Anybody who deals with kids in the morning, wow! Like
it must have been nice.
My wife was like, "This is what you miss every morning," and I go, "I am so sorry."
It's a lot.
I kind of dealt with it during the pandemic, but it's like when I was home, it was like weird because they're like, "He's not supposed to be here," and so like they were kind of different.
They don't even want you there.
Yeah,
probably,
well,
right?
not that. Yeah, well,
kids have a
some
routine.
days depend.
I'm sure your wife has it down to a science. I bet.
But yeah, so it's crazy. I wake up super early, pretty much 5 days a week. And then on the weekends, I try to sleep in, but it doesn't get past like 6 a.m.
Yeah,
like it sucks.
It was funny. We were listening to the show a few weeks ago. In the morning, I'm like, man, I just can't believe they've been doing this for so long. Like every single day, it's just like over and over and over and over again. And like, I'm like, I would probably get bored of doing that. It's like, what makes them keep going? What makes them is it just the love of what they do?
I think it's the love, the spontaneity of it all, the creativity, the connection. And you'll see with this podcast too, like, you leave a comment, you leave a review, it goes a long way. It's almost like they're the listener and the viewer's payment to you is a comment, hopefully a nice one. But you see that, people are like, wow, I enjoyed that. I like that. Is there more of that? Just like in business too, they have a gluten-free, cake and they're like, I love it so much. And they come back for another or just things like that. So you'll see, you'll build that audience as you go, day by day, brick by brick.
Yeah, Z100 has always had such a pristine image and has just always done everything so well and just always been so reliable. I mean,
Great water, by the way.
Thank you. I made it myself.
It's some of the best. I've never done the talk show thing where water's in there, so I feel like I need to drink it.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to wet the whistle.
But it looks like you have some vodka, but I'm not going to judge.
I should probably get a bar here because I think some people are going to be nervous. And
yeah,
so that would be the classy thing to do.
Find, but that's the battle. Like so though you got to let people be nervous. But you, as a professional, have to kind of almost have to be Sully every time you're guiding the plane.
Right. Totally.
Like don't let me try to Sully, be like, hey, I got this in the cockpit. You be like, all right. You have to have that control of the room.
Totally. Yeah.
If you don't, this thing can go right off the tracks.
Yeah, totally. I definitely agree. So Westfield, tell me, what are some of your favorite places to visit in town?
Let's see. Well, my friends recently opened up the block from where we are right now, Rumble Boxing.
Nice. Shout out to Rumble.
Yeah, I grew up with the Lou's brother in Staten Island, and he moved to Westfield right after me, and we kind of connected, and then said, hey, I'm doing this thing, and I was like, you're a friend, I'm going to help you out. I'm from New York, so I'm a pizza snob, but I'm also gluten-free, so it's hard to be a gluten-free pizza snob. So I know we're in Westfield, but I mean, Nola's. Oof.
Yeah.
I love Out of Hand. Out of Hand's great, especially we could order Out of Hand like right now, and Out of Hand will show up.
Pretty solid pizza.
Will show up like by the time my finger is off the button of hitting order. That's how quick they are. But yeah, Nola's, that is. I love that place. Like if I could,
I don't think I've tried their gluten-free pizza.
It is spectacular.
Shoot.
It has that crisp to it. Oh.
Do they have vegan cheese? Do you know? Because I can't have dairy.
I haven't gotten that far in life yet, but I'm sure I'll text you as soon as I find out.
All right, let me know.
You know, I will dive. I'll dive in. But yeah, love there. The school systems are great. My kids both go to different schools in the area. Where else? You
got like a coffee spot, a drink spot that you like.
Coffee spot. It's weird. As early, I don't drink coffee.
It's okay.
I don't. I know I'm drinking water out of a coffee mug right now, so that's the closest to it. I will get an espresso every once in a while, but
nice.
I don't drink coffee, which is weird. And people are like, you don't drink coffee?
Yeah, you don't. Listen,
hey,
you're running on
to each their own, right?
Love and fuel of your own.
I love my friend Joey Chaffee, who is a part of Salad House. Mm-hmm. That's a good lunch spot that I like to grab. Some wraps from once in a while.
Totally.
The Brussels sprouts. You want to talk about? I've never, growing up, as a kid, it's like, vegetables.
The Brussels sprouts are good.
Brussels sprouts with some honey on it. That's great. But and you know what? I'm excited to see, unlike some people in town that have them in their front lawns, what one Westfield will turn into.
Yeah, I think.
No comment. It's fine. I'll say all the comments.
It's funny.
Build it. Build the thing. Build it so big. Build it so big. It's gonna look bigger. The big.
We can move Z100 here. All the tall buildings
of buildings. Let's just block the sun. Let's just block the sun. And make it so big that you could see it from outer space.
Do you know what's true about blocking the sun? So there was a building by Fettel that got built 2 or 3 years in, and I had the most beautiful sunrise I would watch in the morning when I was there really early, and then they built this building, and I couldn't see it anymore. And it did make me a little bit sad, I have to say.
I'm also excited that this clip right here could show up at a board meeting.
Right?
You know what I heard on the podcast? Look at this.
Garrett,
who is this guy?
We just put him in charge of something.
Who let them have a podcast about town pro Westfield 1?
I don't know. Well, so far, no one's debated me on it. I was kind of actually.
There is a certain age, you got to agree. There is a certain age that is against it versus.
I'm sure. Listen, you know what's funny? I'm going to be totally honest. I didn't pay a lot of attention to it because I thought it was leaving after selling the restaurant. I was like, I'm out. I'm like, I don't know what everyone's fighting about.
One foot out the door. But now Here comes Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Right? But now I'm staying. I'm like, I should probably pay attention to this a little bit more. So.
I think you should. I think you should. You know what? It would be a great podcast to have both sides, pro and con.
We'll get some.
No. But not even that. But more just of, because I think that's the problem with a lot of things in the world. Everyone posts stuff online, especially in town, right. And once they put it online, that's the end of it. There's no. But having an open conversation, people could see both sides of it.
No, people don't like to do that.
No, not at all. But it makes for a good
Nobody
podcast.
Wants. Yeah, true. Get some good ratings, I'm sure, right?
But I think that would be.
Do I want to be that person who's just puts crazy controversial stuff on here and see what happens?
Yeah.
I know what's going to happen. I know it'll get views, and then people will just be mad. And I don't want it to be that. I want it to be a happy thing. I want it to be something people enjoy watching.
But like we were saying, everybody in town has a story. Some more positive than negative, obviously,
for sure. And
you want to find those positive stories. Another spot. I love Corey Matthews to get my haircut.
Nice.
That is
classic.
A great spot. You never know who you're going to run into, like a New York Jet from time to time, which is crazy.
Cool.
They were on Hard Knocks on HBO. Corey Matthews.
Nice.
I was like, what's Corey Matthews doing? And sure enough, they're the Jets getting haircuts in there.
That's what's up about Westfield. Everyone here hustles. Everyone's been have been so many people on TV shows in this town that are just doing their craft, doing it really well, getting exposure, and it's really cool. That's probably one of the other things I love a lot about this place is, again, people hustle and they do what they do and they do well.
This is your job outside of promoting businesses, is finding those stories of those,
for sure.
Those inspiring people that are doing some cool stuff in and around town, locally and nationally.
Right.
We got Rockettes in town, for God's sakes. I mean,
Do you know Johnny Resnick? Has he ever come on to Z100 before?
He has, pre Westfield. I did do something with him during the pandemic. Nice. For the New Jersey Food Bank, because they were, short money and short goods. And Johnny did one of his porch concerts. But
classy guy. He's very. I met him once. He's a very nice guy.
But you know what? Did you you're right downstairs? You know who's in town the other day? Ian Ziering.
Oh my God, I don't know who that is. I'm embarrassed.
90210.
It's funny. We just started watching it because I'm 37, so I didn't watch it growing up.
Either did I, but I'm gonna be.
Ian? By
the time this airs,
the blonde curly hair guy.
Yeah, blonde curly hair.
Got it.
But he was downstairs walking around.
Oh, interesting. You just ran into him, or he posted? How do you know?
I saw people on the patch post like, hey, met Ian Ziering here in town.
All right, come on.
But you never know. It's crazy. So, and come up and say hi. It's so weird. That's the weird thing about just what I do in town. Like, I'm very personable. Like, you can come up, selfie,
totally.
Handshake.
Love it.
No kisses. But people come up, and then I'll go home, and then I'll get like an @ message like, hey, were you at on Quimby Street at 233? And I was like,
it's a little creepy.
Yes, I was, and like, I didn't want to say hi. But come on, say hello, say hi. Right. That's what it's about.
People are just people. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. People are just people.
And you're not that famous. I mean.
Trust
like
me,
you're getting like
we call it
stalked.
one click below a carny. That in the level of fame. So. Like, if anybody thinks they're bigger than that, always check yourself that am I as popular as a carny at a carnival?
Garrett, you're funny as shit. You're going to have to come back on another day.
Whenever, please. I'm free most afternoons.
That's so good. All right, cool. Well, guys, how much time we have left?
We got 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
See, this is the thing with the podcast now, because I wouldn't say you always have to stick to it. Like, if you feel like, we did a good job, wrap it up. Yeah. Don't feel like we need to prolong this 4 minutes. But now at this point, it's fun. So we're going to prolong this 4 minutes until we can. Until everybody behind the camera starts panicking, like 4 minutes is up. We don't know what to do. We're probably going to edit this out. But we're going to just keep on going. So it's fun. Like this is the game now. Like it's a dance. It's a dance. It's
what makes me sad? There's probably not going to be many other guests who are as into this as you are.
Put an iPad right here.
Lord. What do you think of my little logo?
It looks great. Like it? Seriously, like the fact that you can get brick up here is just amazing. The carpentry and I don't know how you did it, but it looks amazing. And it's only on this one wall, so the accent is amazing.
Yeah.
But this is great, and you got to start somewhere. Like we were saying, like everybody. Mm-hmm. We all know there's 1,000,000,001 podcasts out there. Some of them start and don't go past episode 1 because people are like, oh, this will be great. I'm the next Joe Rogan. And then they realize they're not. And
it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. Yeah, and you're doing it. And I give you credit to that because you are at least 10 steps ahead of a lot of people that have the idea and are just waiting for someone to go, you know what? Here's $1,000 per day. Here's a podcast.
Right.
You're hustling, you're getting businesses, you're talking to people, you have a crew, you have lights. Some people they're just like, I just want that to appear on my front door. Right. Order it on Amazon and poof, here it is.
I did order most of this on Amazon.
Yes, but
not Floyd and Jake.
You ordered it. Amazon didn't just send it to you for free. A lot of people wanted
it's scary. That. It's scary investing that much money into something like this and not knowing, if you're going to get a return on it, and also just, knowing if you're going to be good at something or not. So, but
trust another cliche, full of cliche. Trust the process. We're definitely beyond 1 minute. This is where it gets fun now because people start going, oh, let's wrap it up. Trust the process, have fun with it, and everything else will fall into place. Just as long as you believe in what you're doing and it's fun, as long as it's fun. If you ever come in here and you're like,
totally,
don't post the show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, don't post it because if you didn't feel it, everyone watching this is going to be like, yeah, no.
Right. No, you know the truth.
Just have fun with it. That's what I'll say. I can't wait to come back.
Cool. I will definitely be happy.
Where do I make a key? Do I make a key somewhere?
You know what? I'll just give you one on the way out.
We need one in town. Make it a key service.
Oh my God. It's like the one thing we're missing in this town is like a hardware store.
Yeah. There's the big box stores, but
Yeah, but I can't walk there.
Well,
I'll race you.
So we have to, I'll take my car and we'll beat you
Awesome.
by minutes.
I love it, Garrett. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Congratulations.
Guys, thank you, guys. Check out Z100 Morning Show. I know a lot of people will be streaming these days, but don't forget about the radio. These guys put their blood, sweat, and tears into it, and it's still so much fun. I listened to a phone tap the other day, and I was like pissing myself.
Yeah, it's weird. People are like
still good.
So my kids are of the age where they start listening, and their friends are listening, and they're like, is that really you? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh, that's a cool job. I go, the job's really fake. This is not real life, people. Like, yes, I get paid to prank people. And
I love it. Don't prank me, though, because
yeah.
I'll be really mad.
Well, I want to come back. I know where our ground's stand. We're good.
Okay, cool. Garrett, thank you so much, guys.
I'm out of water, so I guess
the show's over. We're definitely out of water. There's a toilet that we can bring you to now. So thanks again, guys. Remember, tune in every week. Every Monday, we're going to launch episodes. Send this to your friends if you think they'd be interested in it. And again, as always, if you want to be on the show, send us a message, and we'd be happy to have you on.
The Westfield Podcast.
Westfield. Gang sign?
Oh, I don't want to flash any
signs. Don't do that. Okay. Bye, guys.